Hello. Hello. So I'm just getting settled. Um, I've had a rather um, sort of resting day. Yeah, I've had a resting day because I literally had no choice in the matter. My body just said to me, sorry, I haven't talked to anyone today verbally, except for the cat. Um, so yeah, I haven't spoke with anyone, which is kind of good, nice. I just got out of the shower. I just got up, like from trying to have another nap. So I got up at, like I woke up earlier. I was going to go and do all the stuff that I normally do on a Saturdays, like clean my house, do the washing, yada yada yada. But obviously my body had other plans for me, so I went back to sleep, and so I went back to sleep. Okay. So I went back to sleep, and then I woke up and I literally just turned on the TV and started watching some YouTube for a couple of hours. I didn't even pick up my phone. I think my phone was sitting still by my bed for like an hour. I had a cup of coffee and whatever, and a couple of cups of coffee, and just watched Frozen, staring at the TV for a couple of hours, and then I was like, oh yeah, the phone's over there. It just goes to show that my brain just hasn't been here, which is a learned coping mechanism. I learnt that I could just switch off, not switch off, but my brain, not switch off intentionally, but my brain learnt to switch off. I've had, because as I've talked about, I work a very physical job, and I have fibromyalgia and anxiety and depression and a bunch of other shit. And the fibromyalgia and the anxiety and the depression and everything, and the fibromyalgia is basically just where my brain sends out pain signals throughout my body. Yeah. So like, because it's constantly sending out pain signals, the brain can't work as well and function as well, so it affects my cognitive function as well. So that's why I'm spaced out, and I'm often go through periods of time where I'm not really coherent. I'm behind the ball on most things, or people are talking to me and I can't form a sentence, and all that lovely stuff. All that lovely stuff. But nonetheless, I went to work, and as I stated, I'm trying to get where I'm working at, into a position where it's easier to manage, and I'm very hard-working person, and if I'm not working hard, it's because I'm thinking too much, or I'm, not able to. And that really sucks. Going from a person who was highly functioning, but it is what it is, so I've got to keep working, and I don't have much of a choice of anything at the moment. I've got to keep doing what I'm doing, so suck it up kind of situation. And that gives me a lot of anxiety, because it's like but anyway, whatever. So I just have to keep going, so I got to, as I spoke about in the last video, I got to change the track and just change it over, move the needle over and whatever, change the track, the whole album really, just record, whatever, just change it, the whole thing. So that's what I'm doing. Many years ago, I put myself into a box and said, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. I got myself out of a box, really. I was in a box doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I said, no, I can't keep doing this. And I pulled myself out, and I said, this is how it's going to be. And so I made some changes in my life, and it wasn't easy, but I did it. It was probably about 9 years ago or so. And keep looking over there because I've got some stuff I'm going to read. So I decided I'm going to make a change. And so that's what I did. And then I went through a bunch of tragedy and trauma and whatnot, and a lot of struggle along the way, and ended up where I am today. Since taking myself out of that box, it's been an up and down thing, an ebb and a flow of life. So yeah, what I mainly wanted to say. Is I've had a rest day today, and because I had to, because my body is aching and my mind is blocked to the max. I feel like I've been ran over by a truck, to be honest, but it's okay. It's okay. So in working on myself and pulling myself out of the box, I got some help. And one of the things that, when I was getting that help, I had to do was I had to ask a bunch of people what they thought of me and what did they like about me. And here were some of the things that they said. They said that I was thoughtful, I was laid back, I was approachable, I was kind, caring and funny, considerate. Some of this stuff repeats, it's different people. So I was kind, strong sense of right and wrong, willing to take support on. I was willing to explore leadership skills. Quirky sense of nature, unique. Could speak my truth. Was caring and compassionate person. Cheeky smile. I didn't include myself in high school shit. I was able to take things on board that I needed to. I was restful. I was going with the flow. Bubbly personality and energy. My honesty, approachable, unique, friendly and caring. I don't know what that word is. I can't read my own writing. Good guidance and still determined. Quirky, direct and honest. More to me than meets the eye. I was a beautiful person. Had a strong sense of self. I was truthful. And I had a good soul. Some of the stuff that people thought or saw in me and they liked about me. I got this written to me by a friend who I don't speak to anymore. He was a very good friend. He ended up going a different way than I did. Our tracks split like a fork, and he took one side. He took to taking one side of the road, and I walked another. And I just hope that he's okay today. Yeah, I really do. But he wrote this thing to me. And, there was a bunch of things that got written to me. And this is what he wrote to me. And it was like, okay, I'm shaking. Because, it just reminds me of how far I've come in my life. So yeah, this is what he wrote to me. He wrote, I really admire your tenacity, your resilience. He wrote, I really like the way you apply yourself. You're an awesome support for me, and I love how you challenge me with getting through my defences. You have great patience, and I feel trusting and safe around you. You're a good supporter. And then for things that I had to work on, So they wrote that they'd love to hear from me more and to challenge other people like how I challenge them. I'd like to see you believe in yourself and trust yourself, knowledge and worth, and to see how worthy you are. To push through the tough times and continue to get your needs met. To care for yourself by trusting and to become vulnerable. So there you go. I'm still working on my mental health. And yeah, obviously my physical health is different to what it was back then when I, my physical health declined over the last, this is my 5th year, it's like since my mother passed away, my physical health just went down the shitter. That's when all the fibromyalgia stuff started happening and all my arthritis symptoms came on and all the pain started and all the brain fog and all that fun stuff that goes along with all these conditions. Plus all the other things. Like, I had another condition, like, I've had anxiety and depressions. I've had anxiety and depression since I was 18. And I'm 36. So I've got a little bit of time up in that area. And it doesn't make it any easier, to be honest. Oh god, it's one of those weird, things that I live with it every day, day in, day out, so, I try to make the best of what I've got, just want to keep going and moving forward in my life, and not staying stagnant, so it means like changing things. I just need to think about how I'm going to do that. I have a really nice body wash. The first time I used it, because I just got out, yeah, I said that. But it's beautiful. It's really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. It's really calming and relaxing. I've got a singlet on at the moment because talking about emotional stuff just makes me hot. This video was a bit raw for me. I'm hoping it'll help someone that can't see that they could amount to something. But I'm telling you right now, if I did it, you can do it too. So please never ever feel ashamed for reaching out for support. There's plenty of ways you can do that. You can contact me, and I can talk to you and point you in the best direction I can, or find a way that I can help you. And if you don't want to do that, it's fine. But if you are watching right now and you do want to do something, you can always call, I don't know, from whatever country you're from. In Australia we have Lifeline. Call Lifeline. You can call Beyond Blue, or anything if you're dealing with a bunch of stuff that's making you feel like you don't want to be here anymore, or you feel like you're worthless. Because the more down you get into that, the harder it is to get out. So if you're sitting here and you're thinking, well, I'd love to make a change, it is possible, because I am the living proof of that. Yes, my life is not perfect. Yes, I struggle. Yes, I have all these feelings still. But how I deal with them is changing every day. Just trying to be better than I was the day before. You know, it's minute by minute sometimes in life. And yeah, this video's gone on too long, but just basically wanted to say that, so don't feel ashamed to reach out and seek support. I'm probably going to have dinner with Matt tonight on YouTube. Well, it's a whole different story, but yeah, that's another reason why I'm doing this channel, is because as you read, if I can go from the person that I was before to what people were saying about me in that, and for it to be about 9 years later and be sitting here in my own apartment with food in my fridge and going to work full time with chronic pain conditions and anxiety and depression and everything, if I can do all that and still be able to somewhat speak in a sentence half the time, due to my mental capacity, you too can succeed. And I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in myself too. I do believe in me. I struggle to say it, but I do. Because I just read that as a living proof that it is possible to grow from adversity. That's all I want to say. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good Saturday, and if you enjoyed the video, I hope so. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to help people. Or, you know, whatever. So, yes, have a nice day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.